So we will solve this. It says, so we understand what's happening, right? In the tub, 18% of the candies are green. So we got different candies in here. Little, we got red ones and blue ones and green ones. And we want to, and I said 18% are green. And it says we're taking a random sample of 80 pieces of candy, and we're asking what is the probability that your sample of M&Ms is less than 20% green, okay? So here we've got a sampling distribution, okay? And we said the sampling distribution can be approximated by a normal distribution. Okay, so we're not asking about individual pieces of candy, we're asking about a sample of candies, and that's why we know it's a sampling distribution. We're asking about properties of the sampling distribution, okay? So we've got this thing going on, and we said the mean of a sampling distribution, what is the mean of a sampling distribution? Yeah, mu is equal to p. So in our case, mu is equal to 0.18. Okay, here, maybe I should circle these things again. So in the tub, 18% of the candies are green. This means p is equal to 0.18. Okay, so as you're reading, it helps to identify things, okay? All right, what is the other part that we can look at in our problem? 80. 80 is what? N. So that means N is equal to 80. And then over here it says, what is the probability that 20% is green? This is our X. X is equal to 0.2. All right? Okay, so over here, going back to our problem, we have mu is equal to P, and we said sigma, our standard deviation, is equal to the square root of P times 1 minus P divided by N, and we take the square root of everything. All right, so that means I have the square root of what? 0.18 times 1 minus 0.18 divided by 80, okay? All right, let's make sure your calculators are working. So I'm going to do 0.18 times, and I'm going to put in parentheses 1 minus 0.18 divided by 80. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter there, and I get 0.001845. But what do I have to do? I have to take the square root of that. So I'm going to hit the square root button, and I hit the answer button so I don't have to retype that whole number. And I hit equals, okay, and I get 0.04295. Okay, 0.04295. So my standard deviation is 0.04295. Now, I'm actually not even going to bother typing in 0.04295. I'm going to leave that in there and use that in the future, so I don't have to bother retyping anything, okay? So I have a mu equal to 0.18, and I have a sigma equal to 0.04295. So when I draw my picture, in the middle I put what? 0.18, and then what am I asking for? X is 0.2 or less. So I shade to the left or to the right? To the left. I'm shading over here. And I want to know over here. So what's the next step? I've got my mu, I've got my sigma. The next thing I do is I have to find the z-score. Okay? So where? Oh, somebody wanted to do step by step. So one is figure out mu and sigma. Okay? And your formulas for mu and sigma are right there. Okay? Step two, find your z-score. Okay? So my z is going to be what? 0.2 minus 0.18 divided by 0.04295, or whatever goes there. Okay? All right, and so notice I left my answer in my calculator, and so I'm going to just do parentheses 0.2 minus 0.18, close parentheses, divided by and I hit the answer key because the answer that's currently there is 0.04295. Okay? And then I hit enter, and that's my z-score. My z-score is 0.4656. 0.4656, okay? Now, step 3 is to look up your z-score in the table, right? Look up z-score in the table. Now, when I look up the z-score in the table, what am I going to look up? 0.47, right? I have to round to 2 decimal places. So we look up z equal to 0.47. Okay? A lot of you guys made mistakes here, all right? You looked up 0.46 or whatever when you did your midterm. I was lenient and I didn't penalize you guys for that, okay? But I should have, all right? 0.4656, you should look up 0.47, okay? Because you round off to 2 decimal places, and because the number after the second decimal, or the hundredth place, is a 5, you round up. Okay, so anyway, z is equal to 0.47. I look that up right here. 0.47, so the number I'm looking at is 0.6808, okay? Is that good? Z is equal to 0.47. I look up the area to the left is equal to 0.6808. So what do I do now? Is that my answer? Do I subtract from 1? What do I do? This is my answer, okay? So my answer is this. What is the probability that your sample of M&Ms is less than 20% green? That answer is 68%. That's our answer. Is that good? We got it this time? Okay, let's take a little break.